Hello guys, welcome back. In this video we will explore the design menu component with its navigation to different pages. We will learn how to layout the page, to add the headers, footers, the side menu and the page content, and then we will see how we can navigate between different pages. That can include the submenus as well. Also we will see if user directly goes to a particular path, we can render that content directly. So let's get started. I have an empty ReactJS project that is using design, and right now it's showing nothing. So let's go ahead and import the menu component from design and start using it. So inside a div, so we will be adding a menu. So I have a separate video on how to use design menu in ReactJS. I will add its link in the description below so you can take a look. Okay, so inside the menu we have to provide the items that we need to show. That will be an array of objects, and in each object we have to provide the label and few other things that we see. Okay, so home, and let's add few more items in the menu. Okay, maybe the second is dashboard. The third one could be maybe users list, and then maybe we can say profile, and then maybe at last we can say sign out. Here you go. And now if we click on it, nothing happens. So let's add the content on the right side of that so that when I click on any of these, its corresponding content is shown, right? So for that we can add another maybe div, and inside that we can say maybe content, and add some styling on this div so that instead of this vertical alignment, change this alignment to the horizontal. So let's add a style. You can say displays flex, and flex direction is row. Here you go. The menu and the content is going to the right side. Okay, so now even if I change anything here, nothing is changing at this side on the content side. So let's add a small function or the small component to show the content, to make it a little cleaner instead of adding everything here. So here we will be showing the content, and let's cut it from here and paste it here and return it. Okay, so here what we need to do is we will be defining our routes. So for that you need to install React Rotodom. So that is npm install React Rotodom. I have already installed it, so we can directly use it. So to use the React Rotodom, what you need to do is you need to encapsulate the main app component inside the browser router, and cut it from here and place browser router outside of the app. Let's close this one, close this one. Okay, and here in the content of the div we can define the routes, right? So inside the routes we will be defining route for each menu item except sign out. So we can say there is a route with the path of slash or the home, and for that we need to show an element. Here we can return any element, so we can make this type of functions or the components, and we can render that here. For the simplicity we will be rendering only the div, and we will be saying that home. So let's copy it and paste it for 4 times, 1 2 3 4. Yep, and let's save. It is our dashboard, and this may be the user list, and then this is a profile, and for the home we will be showing div home, and we can show dashboard, and here we can say users list, and here we can say the profile. Okay, so save it, because only this is right now we are on the home. So as soon as I'm changing to something else, it is not changing, because the only route that is matching is the home, right? So let's define different paths in the menu items. So when we click on the menu items, we will be routing to these, right? So let's add the icons as well inside this to look it good. So we can say maybe home outlined, and here we can add an icon of dashboard outlined, and here we can add an icon of, maybe it is a list. So what is available in the list? Maybe unordered list. Yep, outlined. And in the profile, maybe we can say user outlined, and the sign out, we can say power of outlined, right? I have a separate video on how to use these end design icons. These are from the end design icons, so I will add its link in the description below, so you can take a look, right? So I have added icons, so those are appearing here as well. So home, dashboard, user list, and profile, sign out. Let's make the sign out maybe in red color, so we can add a danger is equal to true. Okay, so it looks red. Okay, so next what we can do is we can write the on click function, and this will be providing us the information for which of the menu item has been clicked. So for that we can in that info we can destructure it, and we will be getting a key here. So and we can define the keys for each of these, so that will be the unique for each. So we can use this key to distinguish between the menu items. So what we can do is we can define the key same as the path, so that when user click on these menu items, we will be getting key here, and on we can navigate to that particular key, because that key contains this path, so it will be navigating to that particular route, right? So here the key is slash, and let me paste it in all. So the key here is dashboard, here is users list, and here is profile. Let's copy it from here so that we do not misspell that. And for this one you can skip the key, or maybe you can, if you need to write, we can write it anything, sign out, or maybe, right? We will not be navigating in that case, right? So here we can say if key is equal to sign out, we can do the sign out feature here, and in else, so similar to sign out, if we have any other items in the menu item as well that does not need navigation, we can do if conditions here, and we can act upon accordingly. So in else, what we need to do is we will navigate to that particular path. To navigate, we will be using a hook, that is useNavigate from the ReactJS, the same package we are using for the routes and the route. So let's define our navigate hook, and let's copy it, and in the case of else we will be navigating to whatever key we are getting, because our key contains the path, so it will be navigating to that particular path. So let me save it and refresh. Now if I click on the dashboard, it navigated to the /dashboard, and dashboard is shown, users list, profile, and in case of sign out, it do nothing because we written our to do and we will be implementing a sign out feature, right? Okay, so this is how we implement the side menu for the application and navigate to different pages based on the user is selecting from the items from the side menu, right? We can add the header and the footers here as well, so let's add those for the completion of this video. So let's add a div here, and this could be the main div. Now let's move this menu to a component. Let's cut it from here, and we can declare a function. We can say side menu, and we can return whatever I have copied. It will be returning the div. The div is missing, right? Because we were showing or adding the menu inside the div, right? And here inside the div, we can consider it the main div, and inside the div, first we will be showing, maybe we can add the component for each of these. We can say header, and then there could be a div on the header will be on the top, then it could be a div that contain the on the maybe on the left side we can add the menu, and on the right side we can add the content. So that will be side menu, and then there will be content, and after that we can have a footer. So let me remove this one, this is extra, this is also extra. Inside div there is a header and footer. Okay, so let's define the header and footer as well. For that maybe we can just return a div, and we can say header. Let's copy it and define a footer as well, and say footer, right? Save it. So what we have here is inside div there is on top there will be header. Let's refresh and see how it looks like. Okay, on the top we have a header, and then we have a on the left side we have the side menu, and on the right side there will be the content. The navigate is missing in the side menu. Let's copy it and paste it here. Okay, so let's add this some styling over this div. So it is display flex, and flex direction is row, right? So this is the same we have for the menu. So even we can remove this from the side menu, because there's only single item in that in the side menu, right? So it should behave the same, right? Okay, let's add some styling to the header and footer as well. So maybe we can say that height is maybe 60 pixel, and background color maybe light, maybe light sky blue. Okay, and let's add a color to be white, and we can say display flex and justify content to be center and align item to be center as well, so that the text is center aligned from horizontally and vertically, and its color is white. Let's add font weight to maybe be bold. Okay, I mean you can add anything in the header. Right now it's just a text. You can add any items here in the header, right? So similarly for the footer, we can add its style as well. So inside the footer, double return. Okay, maybe we can change the color to light gray. Okay, maybe the color black is fine. Okay, and then if we want to move this footer to very bottom of the page, we can add a style to this div that it takes all of the space. So we can say its flex is 1, and we have a top div. We can say displays flex, and flex direction is, for this one, flex direction is column, because inside that we are showing header, then this middle section for the side menu and the content, and then it will be footer. So flex direction for this one is column, flex is 1, and we can say it height is 100 vh. That means it will cover all of the viewport height. Here you go. So it is moved to the bottom, right? So now you see, as soon as I'm clicking on these items, and if I refresh, there's no highlighting. So we can achieve that using the path name, getting the path name from the location. So if I go to the side menu, here we have a prop called default selected keys. So inside that we can say window dot location dot this will be the path name, right? Because we are using the same path name while routing, so it will be giving us /profile, and it should highlight it. Here you go, profile is highlighted. If I home and you refresh, home is highlighted, dashboard highlighted, and even if I write here maybe user list, and it will move to the user list automatically, and user list will be shown here, right? And similarly we can add sub menus as well. So let's add a sub menu and see how it look like there. So suppose we can, in the user list, we can add children. That will be an array of the similar objects. For that we will provide in the label. Maybe we can say active users in the user list, and maybe its keys /active users, and let's add another object for that label, maybe disabled users, and key could be /disabled users. And okay, save it. And now if I go to this active users and disabled user, nothing shown. Let's define these routes here. So because now the user list is a sub menu, so user will be either going to the active users or disabled users. So we can define those. We can say active users list, and here we can say disabled users list. Save it. We say disabled users and then the active users, and if I refresh here, the active users, this is already selected and active users selected, and disabled users, if I refresh that, so it will be automatically selected, right? And as I said, for each of the route we can instead of doing just div, we can return any component. So let's define one component to show you how it goes. So we can say home, and here we can return the home component, right? So instead of doing this div, we will be saying that home, right? And in this here in the home component we can do anything. This will be the whole page for us to render anything here, right? And if I save it and refresh, it will go. Maybe we can say home component here. Okay, home component, right? Alright, so that's it on exploring the menu component with its navigation to different pages. So we have seen how we can render the menu, and how we can render sub menus, and how we can add the routes and show different components based on those routes change. And also we see how we can by default make that selected if users comes directly to that particular route. And also we saw as a bonus that how we can render the headers and the footers on the page. But still, if you have any questions, please let me know in the comments below. And if you have learned something in this video, please hit like, subscribe to my channel. See you in the next video. Thank you.